How's it going, YouTubers? Nightmare7 here, and back with the final review of the Terrorcons. And today we're going to show you how to, we're going to show you Abominus. And before we can do that, I have to show you Hungar's torso mode for Abominus, since I already have the deluxes in their original, in their combined forms. I'm just going to show you Hungar's real quick. So what you want to do for Hungar, let me just rotate the camera a little bit. Alright. What you want to do, remove these, the guns. They act as the feet for, they act like as the feet for Abominus. What you want to do with Hungar, close these up for now. Lift this up, and for this piece, rotate it. Rotate it like that. Move the little legs out of the way for now. Make sure they're rotated. Make sure they're like this, because that's for combined mode anyway. And that's part of the chest. For Hungar's arms, what you want to do, before we can get to the arms, move this piece like that for now. Put away Hungar's head, and then put this back in. And rotate the arms 180 degrees. And you don't have to rotate it like that. Wait, no, actually. Tab them and then rotate them like that. My apologies. I was right there. I don't know if you saw that, but I think I had it off screen, but like that. Rotate it 180 degrees. Same thing with the other arm. These will become the legs. I think they're supposed to be like this. I think they're supposed to be like that for now. Now the tabs on the gray plastic right there can be a little tight, so make sure he's like this for now. And for these, bring them down. Actually, yeah, close the dinosaur mouths, the dragon mouths. Put them away like that. See that little tab there? There's gonna be some tabs there on both sides. Make sure they're tabbed in. You'll feel it tab. It'll be nice and secure and tight. Same thing with the other dragon head. It'll be nice and secure. And that's pretty much torso mode. And I'll disconnect that and review Abominus' head. It will be a gap, but you're not going to see it anyway. And then bring down the horns. Now they are kind of like an automorph, so if you bring up one, the other one will bring it together. But try to hold them together, because it's a soft plastic and I don't want to break that. And so that is hoops. That is Abominus' torso mode. Oh yeah, see these little tabs there? Tab them to those little hands where the Decepticon symbols are, the little legs. And make sure this tabbed in. There's a little tab there on the chest piece. Alright. That's pretty much it. Yes, he does have 4 Decepticon symbols on the little hips there. And on like the chest. They could act like his nipples. Which is a bit weird. And now we can show off combiner mode. If I can get him to stand. Let's put Abominus to the side. Now Center Twin and Blut become the right limbs for Abominus. So what I like to do with Center Twin, I like to have the heads out like that. And for this piece, now these are on ratchets. Connect them right there. Right there, they are going to be secured. And that's basically leg mode. But what I like to do with this part, I like to rotate them, and they can act like a Hillsberg. And now I already lost the prime armors. Hang on a second. Okay, now that I have the prime armors, what I like to do with them is that, since for the leg limbs, for Cutthroat and Center Twin, since I'm doing the G1 look, the traditional one, what I like to do with them, with those legs, with the prime armors, I like to, it originally would be like this, and leaving the middle piece inside, of course, so I don't lose it. I like to do it like this, and see that little hole there, the little plug-in port? I like to connect them. It does hold it securely. And then that's the leg mode. And same thing with Cutthroat. I like to do the same thing. Get this piece and do the same thing with his prime armor. Hopefully you don't move the wing. Connect it. Oh yeah, make sure you take it out. These could act like the little toes. He would have 6 toes instead of 5, which is, yeah, it does sound a little weird. But if it's a robot, it really shouldn't matter, especially if it was a Bayformer. The Bay versus Michael Bay's Transformers, a lot of people get really disappointed in those because of how they're designed. And to be really honest, you guys, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it at all. It didn't bother me, the Bayverse designs. I really liked them. I grew up watching Bayverse. Now, my copy doesn't want to connect. Hang on, let me close that for now. Hang on, I might have to do it off screen. Alright, got it in. And so, that's pretty much the legs done. Also, for the guns, for Cutthroat's gun, I like to put in the back for storage. And, unfortunately for Center Twin, there's no, you can't store his personal gun in the back. So, he only has those ports. You could put the gun in there, but I really don't like doing that. It kind of bothers me a little bit. So, I like to leave it out for now. I like to use it as a handgun, a little handgun for Abominus. And so for the arms, we have Blut. And what I like to do with his gun is I like to rotate it like that. Hang on a second, let me just show you. Originally, this would, see that little circle port? It would be originally like this, but having Blut as the right arm, having the gun face the other side, the opposite side, looks kind of weird. And doing it this way you can't really do it straight. So I like to get this piece, which is where Blut would hold it in like an actual gun, ignoring this piece. I like to get that piece and then plug it in for storage. And so I get his prime armor and make it an arm. So you get this piece out. I like to do that. Bring out these little thumbs. And make sure they're like, kind of like in a relaxing position. Like they're not fist closing. And then the little port there, I like to connect it there. And then that's arm mode for Blut. And for Ripper Snapper, you guessed it, same thing. Now with the guns, I like to keep them like that. And with the shark head, you can do that, but it looks a little weird. I like to close them. And then with the guns, I keep them as is. And with the claws, originally you're supposed to do this, but with the fist showing off like that, it's fine with me. And so with his arm, yep, with his prime armor, yep, you guessed it, same as Blut. However, I like to make it look like it's actually on a fist, because like that, I want to make it look like it's actually on a fist, like he's holding something, because that's where Center Twin's little gun comes in. For me, this could act like a little handgun for Abominus. See, it could act like a little handgun, similar to what Menasor did against Superion during their first encounter in the 80s cartoon. I believe that little purple gun that Menasor used, I believe it's from Motor Master, I think. I don't know much about the cartoon, but either way, I like to connect it. Oh, the little thumbs moved, and they're connected like that. There you go, and you guessed it, time for combine mode. Now, Center Twin becomes this leg, and Cutthroat becomes this leg. All right. Let me get a bonnet. Let me bring the camera up a little bit. All right, that's the best I can do. I'll do that. I'll have him slouch a bit, like he's looking down a little bit, and Ripper Snapper. I think it's best to rotate this up a bit like that, and then plug it in. There's some tabs right there. Does hold it nice and secure, or just do, yeah, I like to do it like that for now. Same thing with Blood, or originally you could do that, but I thought it was gonna hinder when I tried to plug it in, so that's why I did it. And then then you can do that. And for Blood, and let me try doing it. Oh, yeah, I might hinder it a little bit. And then I like to bring it down. It connected. It went down from me on its own. And whoa, because he was slouching. But now I have him standing. And there you have Abominus. Hang on, you guys. And there we have Abominus in his robot form, his beautiful robot form. And let me try to get the camera to stand. If it will stand. Alright. Oh. Okay, hang on, you guys. Come on, stand. Hang on. Alright, that's the best I can do to my camera to have it stand without it tilting. But here we have Abominus. Let me try to make it as far as I can. Whoop. Right, I am really sorry about that, you guys. Right, you guys, now we got my camera standing. Here we have Abominus in his combiner form, his beautiful combiner mode. Now that's what I like to do with the little toes. Now, yeah, he may not be fitting the camera frame, but for articulation, his head can do 360. It's on a screw. And now, unfortunately, I don't have the head and torso upgrades for him. I don't know if I will be getting those. I probably might not for a while, unless I can get them for a good deal, because I would like to get them. And so here we have Abominus and articulation. He can rotate bring his arms 90 degrees. He's got like a double elbow. He can bring them 90 degrees. He can fire his little handgun, Center Twin's handgun. And same thing with the other arm, if I can do it. No, I don't want. No, I think I just disconnected Blood's claw. You can do 360. It's on a nice little ratchet joint. Hopefully you don't disconnect the actual Terrorcon hands like Blood's claws. And he's about to fall down. Hang on, you guys. Alright, now I can't get Abominus to fit in already, unfortunately, because I did grab something else to hold my phone, but I can show you articulation easier. Abominus's hand's gonna go 360. You got an elbow joint that can rotate about 180 degrees. It's limited because of the actual Terrorcon limbs. Now, I believe if you want the elbow to look forward, you can do that, but the official mode does to do that, which I prefer anyway. I prefer it like that anyway. I really don't mind. Same thing with a Ripper Snapper can do that. Block can't though, but that's fine, doesn't bother me at all. And for the legs, since they're on mushroom pegs, they can rotate. They can do 360 degrees, but they're hindered because of the detail, because of Cinder Twins' hands. And same thing with Cutthroat because of the wings. The legs can pivot since they're on ratchets. Even the little toes can do that if you want. So that's pretty much it for articulation. Now, Abominus. Again, I'm really sorry about that, you guys. Hang on. Alright, you guys. Now, hopefully you don't see it. Don't fall down again, my camera. But Abominus is pretty awesome and also really amazing. Okay, I'm gonna have to zoom out, bring down a little bit. I can't zoom out. This is as far as I can zoom out without actually moving the camera a lot, unfortunately. And oh, come on. And that's the best I can do. Alright, come on. Come on. Alright, that's the best I can do. And for the little prime armor, the little prime piece, if you remember what that Abominus has, the little matrix there, Hungar can start there and doesn't affect the transformation at all. And that's where I always keep it there so it doesn't get lost. So not really much to say about Abominus, but I just love the detailing on him, especially for a Terrorcon. Looks awesome. The head, the helmet anyway, might be inaccurate because I believe Abominus had an all magenta face. Well, his face is magenta. I think it is obviously magenta. I believe it was the same in the cartoon, but his actual helmet, and yes, his helmet, the white area and where the horns are, I don't think that's color accurate. Yeah, kind of similar to Generation 1 figures. None of them, not all of them were color accurate, and I can understand that, but for a Power to Primes figure, it could have been color accurate, especially because it's not an 80s toy anymore. Power to the Primes, I believe, came out in 2018, and that's when I started picking up these guys. Ripper Snapper, Cutthroat, and Cinder Twin anyway, and ended up picking them up summer 2018. And here we go again. Here we go again. Come on, Stan. Come on, Stan. 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 Alright, that's the best I can do. Now, let's do a 360 of Abominus. I don't think I did that just yet. He is kind of slouching. Hang on a second, you guys. Alright, I managed to rotate, get him standing straight. And let's do the 360 again. Yeah, sure, he might be moving the legs. Okay, now that gap, since as you can see on Cinder Twin and Cutthroat, if you didn't if I didn't store the gun behind Cutthroat, you would see that gap because of the combiner port. I don't know if there's actually 3D not 3D printed anyway. There's also a gap under Hungar's dragon tail, which is a little ridiculous. I don't know if they have any upgrade kits, whether I would think we are gonna get those. Sorry, any fillers to fill those out. Unfortunately, that'd be cool if we do, because these figures being hollow, a lot of people are complaining. Sorry guys, I'm drinking water right now, and that kind of bothers me a little bit. But we're gonna now I'm sure you're gonna have them display like this anyway, especially if you're hang on. All right. So yeah, I'm probably gonna have them display like that anyway, so it really shouldn't be an issue. And now for a comparison, here he is next to Studio Series Dark of the Moon Megatron, the leader figure. I have him slouching because that's how he actually was in the movie, and it makes him a little bit shorter, which is what I like, because Megatron, next to a combiner, he should be as short as possible, especially as a figure. So that's what I have him as. Standing him straight, let me get him to stand straight real quick, you guys. Alright. Now, originally I would have this Megatron standing straight, standing tall, and not actually like slouching, like if he was chicken-legged. I really hate chicken legs, but alright. Here he is with Megatron. And hang on, I didn't have this one all the way straight. Alright, that should do. Yep, there we go. And there he is. Now, like that, now Abominus is still taller than him. Like that is fine. And so, let me get another one. Here he is here he is with the Last Night Leader Class Megatron. This is movie the best Megatron, but it's actually the same mold, except it's just by the car. This one's the more accurate paint job. And here he is with the Last Night Voyager Class Megatron, just because. Now, I usually have my Minosaur. Now, this Megatron looks really awesome. I probably might display him next to my Combiner Wars combiners, including Abominus here, because that Megatron looks amazing. And for one more comparison before we leave, because already it's been almost 22 minutes. Here he is with Minosaur. Now, Minosaur is a little bit taller because of the upgrade kits. And like I mentioned earlier, I don't have any upgrade kits for Abominus, unfortunately. I should be able to get them soon. Now, I do have Minosaur with Off-Road right now, because it's been a while since I give Off-Road his turn. But I do have Wild Rider. Don't worry, you guys. Wild Rider's not going anywhere. I'm just giving Off-Road his turn to be in combined mode with Minosaur. So yeah, you can tell Minosaur's a little bit taller than Abominus. If he didn't have the upgrades, they were, if I remember correctly, they would be around the same height, since they are obviously combiner figures and they are articulated. So, like, Power to Primes is technically a Combiner Wars Part 2. If you've seen MGO 316's review on, I believe he reviewed Power to Primes Dreadwind, who I do have as well. I believe he mentioned it as a Combiner Wars Part 2, which I might agree with him on. So, again, if you can get Abominus for a great deal, he's really not that expensive, even on eBay. He's only being sold for around 70 to 90 bucks. Which is not a bad deal. If I had to sell Abominus, I do it. I'd probably go in the middle, as long as I can get it sold. And then if I'm able to afford him again, I buy him again. So that's gonna be it, you guys, for my Power to Primes Abominus. Stay tuned for my next toy review. I'll be back with another one as soon as possible, or should I say ASAP. But until then, take care, stay safe, have a good night. Nightmare 70 out.